Hey guys, welcome to Sip and Chat with Ruthie. I'm your host Ruth Nkweti, and maybe you noticed my demeanor right now. I'm a little down. The happenings of the past week plus have not been the best, and you know what? Don't take my word for it. Let me just. I want to warn you right now. Okay, before I show you, let me show you something that Malcolm X had said like a while before, and just see how it makes so much sense right now.
Should other black men help that particular person who was attacked?
I think you'll find, sir, that there will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves, as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will think like a black man, and he will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men. And this type of black thinking will cause all black people to stick together. And this type of thinking also will bring an end to the brutality inflicted upon black people by white people. And it is the only thing that will bring an end to it. No federal...
As simple as that. Like, for racism is this fucked up shit that one party is thinking that they're superior, they're more superior than the other. Same thing with the xenophobia. Same thing with these people who are attacking innocent women and raping them and killing them. They feel like they're better than another person. So my heart has been breaking this entire week. I'm just gonna give me a couple of minutes. I'm just gonna be giving you I need you to see where I'm coming from right now because I'm so fucking pissed.
I come here today to talk about how I feel. And I feel like that we are treated differently than other people. And I don't like how we're treated. And just because of my color doesn't mean anything to me. I believe that
you're doing great. You're doing a great job.
Don't stop. Do not stop.
we are black people and we shouldn't have to feel like this. We shouldn't have to protest because y'all are treating us wrong. We do this because we need to and have rights.
And the one I'm going to play you right now, this was a video when Floyd was killed. This was a video from a police car that was released later on with his daughter and his wife.
It's okay, I'm right here with you.
The young girl comforts her mother.
Mom, please help him because of the screaming because I don't want you to get shielded.
Okay, give me a kiss.
I can keep her safe.
It's okay, I got it, okay? I can't believe they just did that.
I wish this town was safer. I don't want it to be like this anymore.
The pair pray, unaware Castile has died.
Please, Lord, tell us, give us a sign.
I can't do this. Like, this is just too much. It's so amazing when you can have like random videos like this because it's just happening every single day, every single time. No difference. Like the same color, different day. Same situation, different day. Like, what are we doing? So before I have a guest today, Amal Kash. She's a radio host, a TV presenter as well. Uganda descent, and she's going to be joining us later on. And before I bring her on, there's something about in case you keep saying racism is for the other people, or I don't understand what racism is. There's this movie out that was out now, Michael B. Jordan's movie with Jamie Foxx. It's called Just Mercy. So Just Mercy is available on every digital platform for free. Warner Bros. Just said everybody can watch it for free now. So go on YouTube, on Amazon Prime, and everywhere else, and then you get the movie for free. And without much ado, Miss Amal Kash is gonna come and join me. Babes, come, please let's mourn together because this shit is ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Welcome.
Watching those videos.
Sorry, babes. Welcome to Sip and Chat. I know your first time it happens to be so depressing. I'm sorry. And I'm just glad you're able to join me today. And let's just figure a way forward because the show today is surviving 2020. Like, I don't feel like a lot of people are not going to see the end of 2020 because it's been fucked up so far. We started with coronavirus, and then that was finishing and everything was blocked out. And then now they start killing Black people again. And then when that is happening, they start raping people in churches. What the hell are we doing?
Like, honestly, I don't even know where to. Today was a blackout Tuesday, something like that. It was a blackout Tuesday. Everyone was, commenting, and everyone has been commenting on social media. But I feel like at this point, I know commenting on social media and fighting for the rights on social media is the most that we can do.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't feel enough. I feel useless going on social media and saying, stop this, stop that. It's heartbreaking. You don't know what you're fighting for. You're fighting for George Floyd. Tomorrow I'm, fighting for Tina. I'm fighting for the girl that was raped. There's so many things. You don't know what you're sad about in a moment. You get. And as the years, I try to look back at the past years, because every year we always say this year has been so hard. This year has been so hard. Last year we're all like, we can't wait to get done with 2019. But when you look at the past events of all the years, it has not been as bad as this year. Because it's a back-to-back thing. You can't even. It's not something that can. It's not something that can be ignored. And we're seeing things, and I read something somewhere where people were saying that it's not that it's a bad year, it's just now things are getting filmed. Everything that we have been seeing, everything that's happening right now that we are so angry at has been happening before. And some media houses have been covering this up, and we haven't been seeing this news out there. But now we all have phones, it's as easy as recording someone when they're doing something. So it's now out in the light. But I don't think it's a new thing. I think this is something that has been going on, and it's heartbreaking. It's just completely heartbreaking.
It's just crazy because, like, when somebody says Black Lives Matter and then another person's going to say, no, all lives matter. And I'm looking at this and like, but wait, if all lives did matter, then there will be no use for you to say Black Lives Matter, because Black lives will automatically matter. And now I used to think, and then something that I used to think that, okay, maybe we're in solidarity as people of color, which means that Latino people are part of it and Indian people are part of it because we are not of the Caucasian descent. And then yesterday, okay, no, not yesterday, today actually, what's going on in Chicago today is the Latin gangs are beating up Black people in their neighborhoods, saying that that's your shit, don't bring it here. So what's our issue right now? Like, how, because every time it feels like we take one step forward and we're taking like a couple back. Like, what's the issue? And before you answer, please, I just want to remind everybody, though today is the media blackout, when you're posting your pictures, do not use the hashtag Black Lives Matter, because that will shut down everything that is necessary. If you're looking for information through a hashtag, you're not going to find it. You're just going to find a bunch of black squares. So you can use the media blackout Tuesday for what you want to do for media blackout, but do not use the hashtags justice for Uwa, justice for Tina, no to rape, Black Lives Matter. Do not use that, because you're going to like keep the information away from people, especially the ones who are needing help. And also leave your comments, or if you want to contribute to the show today, leave your comments, and we're going to have the comments live on the show today, just so that we want to be part of this conversation and part of the change. So Amal, I was looking at like xenophobia, racism, rape, and all this violence. What is that thing they have in common?
It's all towards xenophobia. I would say xenophobia is much more of a sad reality, because xenophobia is literally you're fighting within yourselves. The what's happening in the States and everywhere around the world with racism, it's people fighting against Blacks. But we also need to deal with us that are fighting us. You're fighting someone because they're from a different country. You're fighting someone because they're from a different tribe, but it's all still within us. It's not, xenophobia is not necessarily, I used to think originally, I thought xenophobia was, the Caucasians in South Africa killing the blacks, until I was seeing videos of a black person, doing this to black people. And it's the same thing in America. As much as we're saying the cop who knelt on George Floyd, the
Yeah.
leader of the head cop, the person who was in charge, is a black
Yeah.
man. There was a lady who was posting something today on Twitter, and she was celebrating her freedom. She was arrested because of protesting.
Yeah.
And she said she wasn't even aware of the protest. She walked out of her house to go and get tampons. And when police stopped her, she said, I wasn't aware of the curfew. I've been home. I'm just getting out. And this black policeman told her, you should have known your period timetable.
What?
Yes. You should have known
Wow.
your period timetable, because that's why my daughter and wife are safe at home. Now, there's so many things wrong with that statement. As a man, you have no right to tell a woman about her body. As a man,
Exactly.
you have no idea. You have, number two, you're a black man. You understand that this fight is,
It's your
they're
fight
fighting-
as well.
Yeah. Just because you're in a police uniform doesn't make you any special. If you took that police uniform off and you were just walking to the supermarket to get something and there was a shootout happening, they would come for you too.
Exactly.
But,
There was yesterday, no, 2 days ago, I think was it in New York? This black guy was sitting in front of the restaurant, and they said, "Oh, he looks like a suspect, or he's somebody." And he said, "No, it's not me. It's not me." And they keep going and going and going. He said, "It's not me." This guy calls for backup, cuffs this guy, and is like, "Okay, you know what? Look at my ID. You're about to be stupid." And then look at his ID, and this guy is FBI. Just because he's American and he's dark and tall and he's as Caucasian and he's as melanin as the come. He says, "No, you look like somebody, a criminal we're looking for."
But when I look at videos like that, a lot of people are like, yeah, they got him. How about the 1,000 other people that don't have their IDs?
Exactly. We don't
How
have a
about the other
backing.
people that are not FBI but are doctors, gardeners, plumbers, coming from work? Now, are we going to be defined by a chain on my neck that I want to wear that I bought with my money and I want to wear? And I was watching a documentary about these policemen who are opening up and talking about how it's not defined, but it's kind of defined when they're giving you people to the people to arrest, the people that are suspects. It's always a black homeless man, a black 40-year-old. And when you get to arrest people, that's how you climb higher, by the number of arrests you've made, and the number of cases solved. So you find these policemen, on the way he was explaining it, you find them, they haven't achieved that much, they're not rising. So what do they start doing? They start arresting anyone they see. Anyone. Do you fit the description? They say Brooklyn, 40-year-old male, tall. That's a normal black man, tall. And you're going down. Why?
Because you're black.
And if you're lucky, you have access to a lawyer and you can afford all these things. If you're not, you're going to spend. Do you know how many people are spending time in Nigeria, in Uganda, around Africa, in the States? There's so many people that are spending time in these correction facilities, not knowing why they're there.
Yeah.
They have not done anything wrong, but they do not have the access to all these. They don't have the access to facilities and good lawyers that are going to get them out. They don't. So it's
just ridiculous, man. Like, because I was saying, like, what's this issue? Because I was like, I asked that question. What's the common thing with rape and this violence and racism and xenophobia? I feel like it comes out in just to that one faction feeling that they are better than the other. And I said, we're never going to
position,
they are better status, or they're a better kind of human than the other. And that always comes like they're a better kind of human. Like I think they say like the Igbos and the Yorubas will have this issue of like, no, don't marry my daughter because wardrobe is malfunctioning. Don't marry my daughter because you're from Igbo. I don't want Igbo people. They're like this. The Yorubas are better. Or Igbo says, I know Igbos are better. Or Nigerian will say, no, we're better than Cameroonian and all that stuff. And I just, what's the point though? What is the
And
point? What are you trying to do? What are you
there's one
trying to
thing I
achieve?
tell, there's one thing I tell people. I would say I've lived here, for a while now, and sometimes if I get a job, if I manage to do something,
Yeah.
it's always like, you're not good enough. You're just foreign.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get? It's
Yep.
always, as people are working hard, it's always like there's always a certain level of discrimination and most times this discrimination is disguised as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you experience that sometimes when, people are dealing with you. There's always this hint of you don't deserve what you're getting because you're in my country. And, that's where it all starts from. It
Yep.
starts from, feeling like, someone shouldn't be getting what they're getting because they're not from here. Because,
Yep.
this person is an outcast. This person shouldn't be marrying into our tribe, shouldn't be getting our money because they're not from here. It's always something like that. And there's one thing that I kept telling people. I said, when you fly and you go to the Western world and you go to Canada and you go wherever, trust me, you're not Nigerian, you're not Ugandan, you're not Cameroonian, you're African.
You're African, simple.
African. They won't describe you unless they really get to know you and you're maybe very popular. Then it can come down to this Ugandan girl, this Cameroonian girl. It's always this African chick, this black chick.
And that's very sad though, because we all come from the same place.
Yeah.
We all,
and
like, this is like the most depressing thing I have experienced in a very, very long time. Like I don't even know how to move forward with it, because it's so shit, because they're like the same cycle. And sometimes, like that African proverb that said, when a child doesn't feel warmth in the house, the child's going to burn down that village just to feel warm. And at that point, it's not your fault. At that point, you're being pushed to a level where you can't shake it. You can't change it. You just have to react to the situation you're being faced with. And we have somebody out here in power who keeps saying that, oh, let's quell the riots like this, or let's quell the protests like this, without even handling the reason for it. Because there's no reason why you should be on somebody's neck who is handcuffed for 9 minutes, or let me be precise because I want to be technically correct, for 8 minutes 42 seconds. There's no reason why you should be there. There's no reason why you want to take somebody to jail and then you use both fists and you're punching them in the head. There's no reason why somebody is walking around and just because they have a hoodie, you feel like it's in your right to shoot them. Where are we going? What are we trying to do with this world? I know that we are 7 billion, but bro, that's not how we reduce population. I can't.
Right. It's just it's very pathetic. And you try to think about a way forward. And in all these situations, I feel like someone said something that, blacks were literally saying, don't kill us. And people are saying, but. And it's the same thing with the rape culture. You've been this outing of rapists of late on Twitter, and girls are literally on Twitter saying, please, you do not have a right to our bodies. And some of these men are saying, but wait, they're trying to say, but wait, we might.
But hold
they're
on.
Trying to give an excuse.
Were you not leading me on? Were you not talking to me? I said, like, okay, put that one aside. Maybe that's your excuse, right? Tell me how a church feels like a convenient place for you to find a girl. You know what? Ouch. Take on me. I'm like, my entire body is shutting down right now because it's ridiculous. I want you to see. So I was telling you guys about Just Mercy. Just Mercy is it's a true life story actually. Just Mercy is a story of a guy who was in jail just because of the color of his skin. There was no proof, no substance, nothing. The jury was not his peers. So give a second and I'll be right back. Okay. Ouch.
Tell me everything that happened. The first time I visited death row, I wasn't expecting to meet somebody the same age as me. From a neighborhood just like ours. Could have been me, Mama.
But what you're doing is gonna make a lot of people upset.
You always taught me to fight for the people who need the help the most. Your life is still meaningful, and I'm gonna do everything possible to keep them from taking it. You don't know what you're into down here in Alabama when you're guilty from the moment you're born.
God! Mr. McMillan.
We done here.
Mr. McMillan, please.
I was just about to give up when I got a call from a Harvard lawyer looking to start a legal center for inmates on death row. I was in before he even offered me the job.
You the lawyer?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for driving all the way out here. Most lawyers barely make time to call.
I can't believe you talked to all my people and said you're gonna fight for me. I did. It mean a lot.
If you go digging in those wounds, you're gonna be making a lot of people very unhappy.
When people care about a thing that much, they'll do anything to get what they want.
When I first learned about all this, it was like looking at a river full of drowning people and not having any way of helping them.
You ain't quitting, is you? No, sir. Each of us is more than the worst thing that we've ever done. I know what it's like to be in the shadows. It's my dad. He did nothing wrong. It's never too late for justice.
You're the only one cared enough to fight for me.
If we could look at ourselves closely, we can change this world for the better. We all need grace. We all need mercy. I got my truth back. You gave that to me. And ain't nobody gonna take that from us.
Yeah, Lord. Life is not supposed to be this depressing.
Definitely, definitely. It's very, like I said in the beginning, I don't even know. I was angry. I felt useless. I feel very useless.
Yeah.
There's no, I saw a post saying, like I said, it's fighting behind the keyboard can make a change. It can make a change because some of the greatest movements have started with a hashtag. It's great. But the problem that I have with us as people is we deal with something while it's trending.
Yeah. You want to be part of the movement. You want to be part of she's supporting or he's supporting it and staying back and not doing nothing about it. So this,
I was seeing these hashtags. And some people are someone is posting a picture, a selfie, and hashtag is it's brutality. I'm like, chat.
I swear people go to hell.
Did they swear for you? Like, you're like,
people will go to hell for this, I swear.
Like, someone took a picture and said, would you choose me or 1 million? Hashtag police brutality. Hashtag we are tired. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. I'm like,
wow. And see your village people they are swearing for your head. Are you serious? So anyway, all jokes aside, all jokes aside, people who are protesting are getting arrested and going to jail. There have been over 5,000 arrests right now across 20 states in America. So there are some sites set up for donations to release this because let's fight with our Black brothers. But I can't go and fight right now. If I go and fight, they'll arrest me and deport me. So just support our Black brothers out there. There's donations. I think it's on the ACLU website. You can donate. Visit Bola Alert Foundation. They have information about donation as well. Let's get these people out of jail, man. Let's get these people out of jail. They didn't do nothing wrong, but stand for their rights. There's a right to protest. Nigeria, please leave the girls alone. And because I'm trying to say that report to the police and then police care. You can't report to the police because they are the ones who will be shooting you left and right.
I think the thing is, I think what's important to also note is, I think, just as education, I want to say for the few, our parents, when they were raising us, focused on the female and telling her how to dress and how to cook and how to avoid getting raped and everything, but they didn't focus on telling the men, do not rape. Do you know?
Yeah.
They focused on telling the girls how not to get raped. So we have girls, trying, in the earlier 2000s, girls were trying to dress decently, and now modernization has come, no one cares. But no one is teaching these boys. There's like a 1% of people that I've been seeing online that honestly do not know what rape is. People think rape is in a bush, she's crying, she's bleeding, you have a knife like this, and you're raping her. Rape is literally anything. When we say consensual, if she's not excited about the activity,
it's rape. As long as she's told you no, it's rape. As long as she says I don't want, it's rape.
Even if it's in the middle of it.
Even if it's in the middle of it and she's stark naked and she says no, I don't want anymore, leave it.
And no, I don't want does not mean start to convince her, because the fact that if people, I wish people could think like how, I wouldn't say celebrities, but people who are in danger, people have something to lose. Do you get? If someone says no, let's even say for the few girls that usually come out when they've accused someone falsely. If I wanted to, if men would think smarter and not really think with below, and the lady says no, don't convince her. Do not.
They go this route of the blackmail route where they're like, oh, you've hurt me, I'm so depressed now. Does that. But like, mind you, someone's gonna probably come at us right now and say that, oh, you're talking just about the woman. Rape is either way. If a man doesn't want you and you force yourself on him, it's still rape. Leave the people alone. Like, sex is not by force. It was meant to be pleasant and have fun with it and have both parties enjoying themselves. If one person isn't, stop. It's not by force. You're not an animal. You're not an animal.
And then I also think there's this new trend going on. If I can share like a personal experience, there's this new trend of guys spiking drinks, and they usually, if you survive it and you don't really argue about what happened, then it's, oh, we had fun. Did you like what I put in your drink? And usually the girls. Now, in Lagos here last year, I think, I had, I wouldn't even call the person a friend. The person was like a long-time friend. We hadn't talked in a while. And we started talking again. And so I'm invited. I get invited for this hangout. I go with my friends, luckily. We get there. And then they're like, oh, let me serve you a drink. So I was so engrossed talking to my friends. I turned their side to talk to my friends. And I turned back and they hand me the drink. Like, this person, and they have a reputation to worry about. So it wasn't even in my head. And I took the drink. I would say it's God that helped me, because even my friends didn't notice me leave that place. I struggled. Oh God.
We have media blackout with your device.
Yeah, it's back. It's back. So yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so I basically none of my friends noticed me leave the place. But I struggled on my own and collected, because at the moment something in me told me that there's a problem, you're in danger. So I had to get up and run. And that's a story of me who I didn't see the person again. I've never seen the person again. They didn't contact me. I just had like a few phone calls of where are you, But that's a story of me who has survived. Now, the question that, like I said, this person is a reputable person. How many people has he done that to that did not survive?
Yeah.
How many people are doing this out there to girls that are going, that are going out and taking drinks?
And sometimes it's never just about taking the drinks. It never doesn't have to be in your company. Because I remember telling you this, where when I went out one day and I had my drink in my hand, and I turned and I hugged somebody and I wasn't looking, like literally for like a split second, and somebody dropped something in my drink. And I didn't know. And I was like stepping out and I was feeling like something is wrong. Something is wrong. And the last thing I remember was a friend of mine who had just shown up and took me home. And I woke up in the morning with my door locked from inside. That means I had locked it, and my friend was calling me the next day, like, dude, what happened to you? Like, are you serious? Like, what happened to you? What went through? And this is something that, because even if this person who had drugged me that night, something happened with the person, and you can't wake up in the morning and ask me that, did you like what I put in your drink? Are you serious? Bruh, you're going to jail. Because first of all, having sex with somebody when it's not consensual, it's rape.
Yeah.
Like, no jokes. Having sex with somebody when the person is inebriated and the person is not aware enough to tell you yes or no, it's a problem. We need to be conscious out there. Our men need to be conscious, and our women need to be conscious. Because this is the thing: you taking somebody else's power of decision has a lot to play on their psyche.
Yeah.
Which is something that we really don't recognize. It has something to play on their psyche.
I want to, I've been seeing, someone posted something today saying, I condemn rape, but girls should stop going out and going to people's houses. And what he said, there was 1%, just a little, of ladies need to be aware and stop being very trusting. Now, because you trusted someone and they took advantage of you, doesn't make it your fault. The person is still a pig and they need to get arrested.
Yeah.
But I would advise, because what I took from that day when I survived was, I checked, I think I've been out with you before. If I'm holding something, if I'm holding a drink in my hand, it does not leave my hand.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's that perception that you, or that conception that you think that maybe because my drink is not leaving my hand, it's not going to get spiked. Remember, I told you my drink was in my hand.
Yeah.
And I hugged somebody, and then somebody slipped something, and it's like, this is, people just look. That's the thing. So it's not about you. She could happen to even the most secure person, but now we are trying to avoid this shit from happening, trying to educate these people out there. That's not the way to go. If you're taking Mali or you're taking whatever thing they're calling it, it's you. If you want somebody else to partake in the party with you, ask the person. If the person doesn't want it, let it go. Consent is everything, and it makes consent. Listen, people, consent is sexy. If you don't understand, consent is so sexy. If you want to get laid as much as you want, make sure that it's the other person's idea. That person is telling you, I want this 1,001 times, and you're going to have the time of your life. No jokes.
And definitely for people who do different types of things, I don't think we're here to to motivate you to stop or whatever, but ask people. And like I said, when someone says, no, I'm not taking this, do not now go and start telling them how, try to guilt trip them, oh, you're boring, or you need to loosen up.
Yeah, oh, you're a prude.
I won't go out with you again. Why did you come here then? No, it's just basic. Outright no. And it seems like we're repeating the same thing all over again, saying no, but people are not getting it. People are definitely not getting it.
I just feel like, our time is almost up, Mal. So we're just saying, I think, listen, another person's body is not your own. You don't have control over that body. You're not superior to anybody else when you're feeling like you're better. You're not. Stop. I'm so, on this depressing day, man, I'm so happy you joined me today, because this shows that the problem is global. And before we sign off, Amal, I want you to have the last word and say a last word to the people out there and how we're moving forward.
I think, I would tell people, you have to find, I'm going to say one way that I've kept saying in all of this, keep with the information, but learn when to unplug. Learn when to unplug and take care of your mental health. This whole raping, calling out, I know a few people that have been triggered by it.
Yeah.
And and their mental health is not proper, right now, because I've been triggered by it. So take care of your mental health. First things first. Be careful, guys. We're not in normal times. It's not normal what's going on. Be careful. I think that's what I can say, because you can't be so careful.
Yeah.
George Floyd was just walking. He just went to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
The lady that sadly died in the church had just gone to read. So you cannot be so careful.
Mhm.
So you have to connect to something. I connect to God. Find, a higher being that you can connect to give you that sort of peace. Take care of your mental health. And yeah, definitely.
All right. Thanks, Amal, for joining me. Hopefully, I'll get you back on a different fun topic.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Oh my bloody days! This has been so crazy. We're gonna sign off now, but I want to let you know I care. My heart is going out to all the families of those grieving. I need us law and order to do better. I need our police people to do better. I need our military, our people in authority to do better. This is not who we are. We're not disgusting people. We are not rapists. We're not killers and gangbangers. We are human beings. We're Black people. We're just proud to be it. And we cannot be victimized based on the color of our skin anymore. This has been 400 years happening and it's still happening right now. It's ridiculous. We cannot keep being victimized. We can't keep getting killed because of how we looked. Because I'm not white enough, because my hair is not slick and falling down my back without needing to style it or something. Listen, we need to do better. Racism sucks. Racism is stupid. And you who's a racist, you're stupid. That's my word for you today. I'll see you next time on the next episode of Sip and Chat. Today I was sipping on pineapple and Hennessy. It's helping me calm my nerves. So I hope you can find a better outlet than me right now. Cheers, and I'll see you on the next episode.